La base de datos de virus ha sido actualizada.
Bienvenidas. Comenzamos.
Radio Metroplex.
Presentando
Radio Metroplex.
la mejor programación. En vivo desde Arlington, Texas, la capital del deporte, los espectáculos y el entretenimiento.
Radio Metroplex.
La mejor plataforma en su tipo. El mejor contenido
Radio Metroplex.
y diversión para todos.
Happy Monday. Welcome to ACB Biz Showcase today on Monday. To what is today? Oh, November the 6th. And we have some sad news. I know we're here with Angel Martinez, the CEO. And Gloria Monsiváis, the production manager. We're right here in the beautiful Arlington, Texas. We can see the Cowboys Stadium. Cowboys. What happened, Angel?
Referee is not good.
Angel is not very happy with the score.
This is one touchdown.
One touchdown we
One
lost, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is so sad
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we couldn't get. But anyway, how about those Rangers? Whoa! World champions. World champion. Texas, of all people. Texas Rangers. Congratulations. We're proud of you. You're great. And we're right here in beautiful Arlington, Texas, the capital of sports, spectacular, and entertainment. So we have everything right here in Arlington, Texas, on radio metroplex.net. So hi, thank you everybody for joining us. Today we have a special guest. His name is Gary Allen. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Herb, honored to be here. Good to see you again after all these years.
I'll tell you, Gary and I have known each other for many years. Well, we were 20, right? We're still 20.
Yeah, we're still 20.
We're still 20. We're not changing.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're very proud to have Gary here. Gary is a very great supporter of many sports. He follows the sports. I met him at the Texas Legends. Great place to meet everybody, and we had a great time. But anyway, we're here because Gary is now with Continental Adjusters.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me who that is.
Well, Continental Adjusters is a licensed insurance public insurance adjusting firm, and what that means is that we exclusively represent commercial property owners in adjusting their insurance claims. So if they have like an apartment or a commercial building that gets hit with a fire or hail or a tornado or hurricane, we represent them not really against the insurance company, but we put together the claims to maximize that claim, whereas the insurance company will send their adjuster out to try to minimize it. So our goal is to maximize claims for these commercial property owners that normally don't process claims, so they don't know all the different ins and outs of their policies and representing themselves to the insurance company. One of our founders, there's two founders of the company, Steve Mayer and Doug Morris. Doug Morris had a saying that said, you don't get what you deserve in an insurance claim, you get what you can prove. And it's on the onus of the owner to be able to provide all the details of their claim to be able to maximize that claim, and that's what we do.
Wow. And for some of you who didn't know, a public adjuster represents the client, right?
The building owner instead of the insurance company.
Mm-hmm. Or, if you own property, public adjusters represent you. But they're very knowledgeable of the policies. They know how to read those documents like that I get that I have no idea what I got. and there are times when you have a public adjuster represent you, and they do a great job of knowing how much money you're entitled to. And it's a lot better, in my opinion, having good representation than trying to sell in lawsuits and all that. It's all a lot of it is what you know, and who can help you, right?
Correct.
And Gary's company, Continental Adjusters, is also international.
That's true. We are.
So if you realize there was a Category 5 hurricane in Acapulco. Well, they're working with the building owners and business owners there to file their claims so that they can get some good support for the insurance companies. And it works out really good. I mean, what I hear from Gary and his company, everybody comes out happier.
Oh yeah, for us, what I'll give you an example. So the hurricane that went through Cozumel and Cancun. So most of the audience has probably heard of a gentleman by the name of Carlos Slim. I believe he's probably the 8th wealthiest man in the world, and we represented his company in settling the claims for their Hard Rock cafes, Planet Hollywoods, Rainforest, and Cancun and Cozumel. So,
All right.
oh yeah. So
Carlos Slim.
Carlos
Okay.
Slim.
Wow. Lori. The one of the things when you hear Carlos Slim, that's like talking big bucks, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
even he needs a public adjuster.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of, if you look at, if you were to get in trouble in the courts, you wouldn't go represent yourself in the courts. You'd hire an attorney. Well, we're not attorneys, but we are experts in reviewing policies and putting that policy to work to maximizing the claim for that building. And so what we focus on is the structure, the contents, and the business interruption or the interruption of income for that property. So we do all three of those. We have teams
Wow.
that specialize in forensic accounting, specialize in contents tabulation, specialize in building or in structure estimating and putting the most current and even future building cost to that building to maximize the claim for that individual. It's not, we don't inflate it. We get them what they deserve, what they can document, and we do that documentation.
That's amazing. The thing is, you know how to read all that documentation. Right?
Yes, yes. That's our job. Our job is to interpret that policy to maximize what they're due.
And that's very important if you're in business. A lot of us really cannot, lack of knowledge, I guess. They don't have a good understanding of their policy to be able to present themselves on their own behalf.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like going for a property tax adjustment. You either present it right or they don't give it to you, right?
Correct.
You got to know what it's they're looking for, what they need. And example, Gary, do you have an example of a company that you were able to advance how much they were able to receive?
Yeah. So let's we did the hurricane down in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And San Juan, Puerto Rico, after that hurricane went through, the Ritz-Carlton, everyone's probably heard of a Ritz-Carlton, Ritz-Carlton Hotel. So the insurance company had offered them $17 million settlement. And the building, the Ritz-Carlton owners group said, in order for us to open and in order to rebuild and open, it's going to cost us a minimum of $100 million. Well, when we finished, we negotiated and finished for them $250 million.
Wow, what a difference!
Yeah, big time. So that's what you get when you get us. We know the policy. we can document what needs to be documented to maximize the claim, and it's done in benefit exclusively for the owner. And we do it. Our headquarters are here in Dallas, so we do a lot of work in the Metroplex, but we do a lot of work in the 5-state area too. That's really our bread and butter. But we're geared up to work in Acapulco now that Acapulco's happened, to help the Acapulco owners, and we've set up our international law firm that's got offices in Mexico City and Guadalajara and Monterrey, and so we're here to help anybody that has a commercial property, whether it's been hit with hail, a fire, windstorm, a car could drive through it, anything that's an insurance claim on a commercial property. Now we don't. There's public adjusters that represent homeowners, but we don't really do homes. We just do commercial properties.
Okay, that's good to know. So if you have a commercial property, Continental Adjusters is a good solution for you. And they're here in Dallas, Texas. Now here's a hard question. If I call Continental Adjusters and I don't speak English, is there someone that can help me?
Yes.
How about that?
We have Spanish speakers. We have Spanish speakers. We have French speakers. So if we don't speak it, we'll find someone that can speak it to interpret.
There you go. There you go. And so that is the positive thing. So how small of a company what is your market from this to that?
I mean, we can do claims our average claim size is anywhere between, starting around the $500,000 to $700,000 range. But we've been doing $1 million to $5 million, kind of our bread and butter base hit type of claims. But, we'll look at anything to see what we can do to help.
So if you own a restaurant and something goes wrong.
Kitchen fires are notorious in restaurants.
Exactly. Now Continental Adjusters is right there. Just give a phone call. And I have very good news. They're members of America's Chamber. Thank you so much. What an honor to have an international, global, local public adjusters right here close to us, available for all our members. So this is really good thing. So Gary, let's talk about Gary Allen. There's another Gary Allen that sings, isn't there?
Yeah, but you don't want me to sing. You pay me not to sing. You know that, Herb.
And I love to tease him about it. I said, "Okay, are you the singer?" He goes, "No, I'm the adjuster."
But we know something about Herb. We got him on video dancing on the basketball court.
I thought you were going to get rid of that.
No, you didn't pay me enough.
We've had some good times. Gary and I met, and Gary's such a great guy to meet. Makes you feel welcome no matter who you are. And one day we were at the Texas Legends, and he says, "I'm going to the Congo." I thought he was joking. I'm like, "Really? Yeah, I'm going to be going to the Congo." And I said, and then we found out he went.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he wasn't kidding, And in the Congo, what did you do, Gary? That's such interesting.
Well, it was kind of an odd mission. We went over on a church medical mission, and when we got over there, we were there for 2 weeks. And when we were there, we just met so many business leaders and political leaders, and just saw all sorts of opportunities to help people, with their education. And, to make a long story short, I had another friend that was the exclusive representative for Visa in Africa. And he said, "Gary, I know that you're over in Congo. We need to get into Congo. Can we enlist you to do that?" So we went and spent 3 years setting up the corporations and getting the banking establishments for it. And then we got Visa in there, and now Visa is distributed through the different governmental parties to pay their salaries and their military and police force and all that stuff. So that was what was done over 5 years. And then COVID hit, and here I am.
In a way, we're glad you're back.
Yeah.
The circumstances are not so nice, but COVID hit the whole world. But anyway, we're glad to see you back. But I saw one of the Visa cards and it says PAC. What is PAC?
PAC is Pan African country. So it's a kind of a union of different African countries that have formed. It's called Pan Africa, and so that banking system is part of that Pan African system, sub-Saharan. Does that
Wow.
make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I saw the credit card and they all had PAC. So I'm
And
like,
they had K too.
and they had K too.
And so Visa, that was one of the first Visa cards that Visa allowed a city's logo, and that city is Kolwezi, and that little X is a copper ingot, and so that's what that K and that X stands for.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah.
So your year, the time you spend in Africa, what are the three things that you say, wow, that you experienced in Africa?
Well, we take a lot of things for granted here in America. We take for granted running water, clean food, and air conditioning.
Oh, wow.
And safety too. I mean, over there it's a whole different. When you over here, you can drink out of the water faucet, and not have to worry about getting sick. You don't have to worry about getting bit by malaria. I mean, there's just all sorts of comforts we have here that we really take for granted. And over there, every little thing that you do, you have to think about. Okay, can this something that can make me sick or get me hurt or lead me down a wrong path? And so those are things that I've become very grateful for what we have here.
That's a good point here because we don't think about this. We- For us, it's just like drinking from a faucet. You go to the grocery store and,
Mm-hmm.
and some of those things don't happen. And you start realizing how blessed we are.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't appreciate what we have. And we have to remind ourselves when you compare yourself to what you saw in Africa, what you saw in countries. Here, everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Another thing too that I noticed over there, they really only have they don't have any. They have very little personal belongings. So what they have is their love for God, and that really showed me their faith in God, and that was very moving for me.
That is, and that's one of the reasons you went there.
Yes.
You wanted to help. You
Yeah.
wanted to serve them. So that is Gary Allen for you. This we're so proud of. And I'm always teasing Gary Allen for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And so it's a popular name.
Yeah. I'm the Gary Allen.
But he doesn't know my middle name is Gary Allen. So I'm teasing, of
It's
course.
mi hermano.
Mi hermano. But Gary, why public address? Something, I'm knowing you for so many years, something triggered, you know,
It was a perfect storm. First of all, the two gentlemen that built this company from scratch, Steve Bear and Doug Morris, they together each have been investing in an insurance business for 34 years apiece, 135 and 134. So they've got a history of this. I've done a lot of business, and I know them both on a personal basis and a business basis. And I built another company called Real Capital Markets. We sold it, but I've got a vast network of commercial real estate owners as friends and partners. So it was kind of a natural progression of those relationships that Doug had said, Gary, you know all these people and help us grow this. And it's just it's a great fit. It's a great company. I mean, we're like family in there. We know a lot of the same people. We help. So it was a perfect storm for me coming over into Continental Investor as an executive vice president.
Wow, isn't that something? But I was, I forgot where it was, but I saved my phone and it's Gary Allen. I'm like, Gary. And it was Gary. How many years?
Oh, geez. I don't know, years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a while since I saw Gary, and
yeah.
I'm like, am I dreaming? Does say Gary Allen? And I knew it was he. Like, and I'm back. I'm like, Gary. And that is so awesome. And we had a meeting. It was uh, folks, once I met them, we just said, hey, we need you to be part of our group, and they joined right away, and we're so happy. But in your experience, for example, if I'm a restaurant owner, but I'm renting space, is that good for public adjusters?
No, we really represent the building owner on their policy. They're the ones that carry the policy. So those are the ones that we would interface with, contract with.
Okay, so if I'm renting the place, then they can bring in the owners
Owner,
of the property.
correct,
Okay, and so basically, you're the owners.
correct.
So that is for you to know. And owners can be anywhere from a small restaurant, Carlton, hotel, you name it. They work with those, try to handle a fair settlement with the insurance company.
It could be a garage, it could be a self storage place, it could be an apartment complex, it could be a shopping center, strip center. And there's anything commercial, we'll look at it. And we even do governmental stuff too. We do schools, we do municipalities. We're doing a Louisiana for the Calhoun Sheriff's Department. We're doing all of their prisons. There's about 90 buildings. That's a $40 million
Wow.
claim that we're working on for the government. And in White, we're doing one over in Fort Worth and White for the school district. And so we're doing a lot of governmental and school district work too. So it's
Just
everything.
imagine the schools.
Oh, I mean, anybody that has any kind of decision making with school districts or municipalities, um, we're the people that can come in and make the difference for the school or that municipality.
And here's something good. Now, I'm asking you for the first time. I say, let's say I own a building in Mexico City,
Mhm.
New Dallas, but you can help me in Mexico City.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have
Wow.
our law firm. We've actually got a couple law firms, but one of our law firms is the one that does all the legal fees, all of our management. We send people down there. So we'll have adjusters that go down there to walk the property, to document things, and to do everything. Normally, even if the property's down in Mexico, like the insurance is either European or Swiss or sometimes even American, and it may be subcontracted to an American or a Mexican insurance company. But we do. The border doesn't keep us from adjusting. I mean, we've done work in Mexico, Cayman Islands, Puerto Rico. Um, see, where else? We've done a lot of different Bahamian island types of work. I believe we've even been over to Argentina, a lot of different places.
And they're going to do it because America's Chamber is an international chamber of commerce. And this is great for us to be able to make those connections that can help our partners that are out there in these countries. 'Cause now you have especially if you've had some fire, a hurricane, tornadoes, things that can affect your building. What about an earthquake?
Earthquakes, we earthquakes.
So earthquake, uh, you want to communicate with the continental adjusters and see how we can help you know the system, they can connect you to the right people. And the thing is that it's going to give you a lot better voice with have a representative that can understand. and those policies.
That's important. That's very important. I mean, we do this between 200 and 400 times a year, and most people that have to file an insurance maybe once in a lifetime. So let the professionals like us take over the fight. Let us handle it. That way we take it off your plate and we will maximize the claim and expedite it, make sure that the owner gets everything that they what we prove.
And it's very simple. If the good thing with Gary Allen is it doesn't matter where your company's at. You can come to him wherever your property is, and he can help you. Right?
Yeah, I mean we can do we have what's called Teams or Zoom. I mean after COVID really made virtual acceptable everywhere, and it lets us reach out anywhere in the world to have initial discussions and analyses. And I mean we we won't hesitate to get on a plane to go meet with somebody anywhere in the world. We've done it before. We'll do it now. And so if you have any kind of a question, you can call me at my number. The number.
The
So,
adjusters,
and so Continental Adjusters, our website is real simple. It's www.codj.com. And then my phone number is +1 972 878 8786. It's +1 972 878 8786.
and he will answer.
I will answer the phone, there's no doubt. If I don't, I'll call back.
And here's the good part. Talking about plenty of events. Gary was there, and he met some of the government and city officials and all that over there. But the thing about it, shoring is your global supply chain closer to customers to renewal. So it's a phenomena that's exploding right now. China is a great country. Mexico is the new here and continue to grow. So we're going to see a lot of investment from here to there, from here to here, and all that. The good thing about Gary kind of adjusters, it doesn't matter where you are in the Western Hemisphere.
Correct.
And that's an advantage as a business person that we may not know all the insurance regulations where we just invested in, but now we have somebody like Gary's company that can help you.
Mhm.
And that's a big plus. That's why we're very honored to have the new members because we're going to be the driving force as a Chamber of Commerce that the global supply chain is going to be shifting over. It's happening right now. It's not a if, it's a now. And so this is really good. We're going to put together business people that can help each other. So, Gary, talking about Congo, Africa, is there investment opportunity there?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, it is expanding. The infrastructure is expanding. I mean, Congo is a mineral-rich country. We get most of our battery supplies from Congo, copper, tantalum, very rare types of minerals. Congo. And I'll give you here's a little history lesson. 20 miles from my office in Lubumbashi is the Shobui mine. And remembers in World War II, the two atom bombs that were dropped in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the uranium for those two bombs was mined 20 miles from my office in Lubumbashi, Congo. So it is still protected by the U.S. government, U.S. military, because it's the highest grade uranium today. So that's just kind of a tidbit of information.
So the U.S. military guards that area?
Yeah.
I
Very
didn't know
much.
that.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. So not anybody can go in there.
No.
You better have connections.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Car batteries. Cars are, we're doing the shift right now. What kind of materials in Africa do we need for the car battery?
So what's being mined out of there right now is lithium. You've heard of lithium ion batteries. They're one of the major suppliers. Cobalt. So the K that low on that card called Wazy, that's where more cobalt is mined anywhere in the world. And then you got copper, nickel, tantium. So all these little products go into the production of electric batteries.
Gold.
Oh, gold, diamonds. They have platinum.
We could go on and on
Yeah.
about natural. This is why it's so essential for our nearshoring to bridges and connections with Africa because we're going to need these resources. Now, can we? Is there anywhere on the Western Hemisphere that we can get uranium?
Yes, Nevada.
Oh, so you can go to the casino.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Okay, so you go to Africa, you go to Vegas, right?
yeah, but see, but in Nevada, the potency, we'll just call it potency of uranium is a lot less than the potency of the uranium.
So the like the grade is grade
Yeah.
A. Grade
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like the octane of gas.
We have something new coming up. Batteries. I think it's graphics or graphite.
Graphene. Well,
Something.
there's the new batteries they're working on is called sodium ion from salt. I think 12.
So they're looking at other alternatives.
Yeah.
Is that something that we could find in the hemisphere?
Salt.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. We're helping everybody. So pretty soon, check the car battery.
Sodium ion. Yeah.
And what else do you see in Africa that we?
Oh gosh. Trying to think what they have over there that we don't have here. Giraffes,
That's
great
for sure.
apes,
We don't
lions.
live at the zoo.
Yeah, but when you see that stuff in the wild,
Because I went to a webinar, a presentation, and the gentleman was talking about how in Africa, as soon as the sun comes out, you run because those lions are hungry. Those
cheetahs,
bears, and
bamboos.
cheetahs. So it's a country where you're going to have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Car or in a jeep.
But if you're a just what is it? One of those
Travel.
uh, um,
Safari?
Huh?
A safari?
like the animals that elks and
Oh, the prey.
the prey.
Yeah.
If you're one of those, the sun comes out, you better be running.
Muévete.
You better be running. And do they know the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes. Well, not everybody, but quite a few do.
Is that right?
It's funny. You'll see people that are wearing like a Cowboys jersey or a Texas Ranger jersey, and where'd you get that? Oh, my brother got it. He went to go visit, or my cousin, or something.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
You can see the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers. What about FC Dallas? Did you see FC
I haven't seen FC Dallas. Bring Clark over there.
Dallas?
Clark would like us.
I'm telling you. So we okay. So we did you see any Houston Astros? Going
No, I saw, let's see, New Orleans Saints, uh, um, University of Texas,
all right,
University of
Oklahoma
Texas,
horns.
um, just a hodgepodge of all things. But,
It's kind of funny because one time we went to the Bahamas, and we're staying in the hotel, and in the lobby, is Jerry Jones. We're like, how about that? I get to talk to Jerry Jones in the lobby of the hotel. Where were we?
Oh, that's the big hotel. Mhm. Oh, it's been there in Paradise Island.
on the Bahamas.
Yeah,
On the Bahamas, yeah.
It's that big hotel. They're always
Yeah, Atlantis.
Atlantis. Atlantis. And we're like, of all places, there's Jerry Jones.
he was handing out.
Some of the people had to go,
Uh-huh.
and then others would go, what the I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. So it was kind of funny to see with Jerry Jones. You know, Dallas Cowboy logo. But it's kind of neat that we didn't see anybody from the Texas Rangers. So it was just,
No, we saw City Boy Kid.
yes,
Did you?
the actor.
Very nice.
And so it was kind of neat. That was before COVID. You know, you didn't have to ask
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Was having a good time. But it's kind of funny to travel around the world and hear and influence it. And so, Gary, what would you like to tell, especially the people around America, why they contact you?
Well, especially, I mean, they can contact me for any reason, but for their their insurance needs for their properties, we can even, we do what's called a pre and post risk analysis on their policies, even when they don't have any problem at all. So we can tell them, if you were to have a fire, this is what you look at, and your all this stuff, or you'd be under for that. So we do a lot of pre and post risk analysis on policies. They can call if they have questions about, sometimes we get called after they've already filed their claim and they're going down the road and now they're upset because the claim is either not going well or they're expecting they expect more money than what the insurance company has come up with, and they can talk to us. We've come in many times after the fact and corrected it. So um, it's always best to contact us right before you contact the insurance company if you have a claim. But we can always come in and look at what's going on and, and get involved if it's upside down or they're unhappy with their insurance company. Like the Ritz Carlton, they started themselves. Oh yeah, they started the claim
And
by
they have their own
themselves.
story.
Well, it wasn't the attorneys that do that. It's they let the insurance companies adjusters up with the estimates. And where they made the mistake is the insurance company is not in the business of handing out money, business of trying to minimize how much they pay out. Our responsibility is to maximize what they're doing. And so insurance company minimizes, continental adjusters maximizes.
And that's because you know what to do. And that is very important, especially if you're a property owner. Look at those policies. Unless you're someone in the insurance company, you don't know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I can read it. I can read my own policy, and I'm like, no idea.
Yeah.
But, but it's kind of what you said. It's what you can do, right?
Right. Here's another point. Around the globe, I mean, even here domestically, a lot of those insurance adjusters that used to work for the company now work for us.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they work for us. So they know that 9 times out of 10, they're going to know who that adjuster is that works for the insurance company. And we'll already be working together to be in agreement for what we come up with. So that's also another benefit because With that relationship, it evens the playing field for the insurance company and the building owner. It's a very, very, very powerful tool that we bring to the table. One of the many powerful tools.
Those are things that you don't think about. Well, for example, I have an office in, let's say, a building. The adjuster's gonna work for the building,
Well, when you say the adjuster,
public
us
adjuster would be working for the
for
building.
the building owner, yes.
So what happens to the renters?
Well, the renters are they're still there. The renters say have their own insurance. It's really the building and the building owner's content. The building owner may have offices in there that have furniture, but unless the tenants have insurance, normally the building owner is going to require, at least over here, the building owner will require that they have some form of their own renter's insurance,
Their own protection.
their own protection, and also for liability.
Okay, so basically, when you're working for the building, doesn't mean that they're working. You have to have your own insurance.
Yeah, if you're a tenant.
Okay. And that's one thing we want to make sure people understand. You don't think the building's going to take care of it.
Correct. You have to have renter's insurance.
So that's pretty. But anyway, any other words of wisdom you'd like to give us?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for having me on the show. Good to see you, Raymond, and support the chamber. Anything that we can do to answer any building owners' questions. You know, if you've got questions, you can email me. I'm at coadj.com, and that's Gary at coadj.com. You can email me, and I'll get back to you, or you can call me at 1-972-878-8786, and we'll work out something to see if we can help you. We can do it anywhere in the United States. Foreign, if you've got family, if you've got businesses anywhere in the world, we'll look at it, and we can go on places that most people can't go.
And that's good to know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the show, and let me tell you, you're a property. If you own anything kind of business, there are a lot of times that it may be a very, most of the time, right? Be a great idea to come up with a public address.
Get you want to get professional help when dealing with an insurance claim. Levels the playing field with the insurance company.
And you want a public adjuster company like Continental Adjusters, because you want somebody you can trust. If you don't know what you're doing, work with somebody you can trust. This is the right.
Thank you.
And so I want to say hi to a lot of people. I don't know if EJ, my cousin, is listening. She was at the summit, and I hadn't seen her since she was 12 years old. And she's a great, great person. Thank you for coming to the event. And it was really, really good to see people learn and understand this movement that have been going to the Americas. So you got Canada, and then you got the Americas, North America, Central America, South America. So you start putting the numbers together, and we have from from Latin America, you got 660 million plus souls, bodies, people. And so you look at the United States, we have 339 million. Canada is about 39 million. So what we have to do be able to this side of the world to be a major global village. And let me tell you, Gary, when we couldn't get, I was looking for sources like this. When we couldn't find baby formula, or meat prices went so high, we would look at the meat. Hey, I wish I could eat that. It was a whole different ball. I know microchips that run automobiles. They can do it. So production stuff. You look at all the factors that are involved. So you want to keep those businesses going. Gary's company is going to keep them going. God forbid they have a hurricane, a fire or something. We're going to take care of them so they can get back on the road
And
and financially. So that's a lot of things. So we're going to listen to some music and we're going to come back at 2 o'clock in Spanish with Mr. Frank Garza from Score. And I tell you, what Score. And the part is he's now introducing financial literacy. How about that as a strategic partner for M2R training? So we're going to have some great conversation and uh, welcome to stay and listen if you like. You can ask these questions, but not very
easy.
questions.
Thanks for having me.
Maestro
Or,
and Gary, again, how do they get a hold of you?
you can call me at 972 8786. Website is www.coadj.com. Or you can email me at Gary, Gary, coadj.com.
That's easy. Thank you.
Thank you.